Hi, this is Lainey with KozyMagic, and I'm bringing you my new Book of Shadows. In the past, I've always had problems with Books of Shadows, trying to find what I had written before and trying to feel like it's in any way organized. And recently, I started bullet journaling for my business, and I've noticed it's so organized, I thought it had to make the best Book of Shadows. And so here is what I'm bringing you. Now, this was a gift. You can see, there's a little dedication from my friend who gave it to me. And then, of course, got my KozyMagic on there. And over here in the bullet journal style is an actual index. And it shows you all the page numbers that I filled out so far. That's the rest of this year with the mini calendars and then the schedule of events. It's called a future log on the bullet journal, which I'll put a link to the bullet journal site because it's really cool if anyone is looking to get more organized. And then here is my llamas. Even though I technically started this for August 1st, I loved that ritual. That was that last weekend there of July, and so I included it because it was beautiful. And so you can take screenshots or whatever. I tried to leave it on the page long enough for that if you wanted to see what was written. And there is my incense recipe. That's an ancient Greek recipe, or at least the best translation that I could make. But the incense was amazing. And then, of course, the non-alcoholic mead is probably a lot more modern, but it's also delicious. Quite sweet. If you want to add a little lemon or something to it, that would work. Then, of course, the solar eclipse was profound to me. That picture that I flashed up there was my altar. Here's another one coming up for you. There you go. And that's really nice. And then, a lot of it came from dreams, and I love it when the gods speak to me in my dreams and kind of give me inspiration. Then, of course, I wrote here, the crescent sun had such an effect on me, because you see crescent moons every month, but how often do you see a crescent sun? So naturally, I had to record that. And then, of course, we get into September. That's Mabon. And first we'll start out with my birthday ritual. And even though, if you read it, you can see I give honor to my mother. We actually don't really get along. It's funny because she's very, very Christian and does not approve of my... But, it is what it is. And I still love her. She gave birth to me. So, I honor her always. And then, of course, we had all those wildfires, and that's my rain stick. And I put a picture of it there, so you can see my little picture's kind of, a good likeness, I think. And that's just, I was trying to, help bring rains down onto the wildfires. And I like to do stuff like that. See how we can magically improve our environment. This is the full moon here for September 5th also. That was later that day. But that was an amazing ritual. So if you can screenshot it or whatever and take the time to read that, I bet you'd really enjoy that also. That was quite an amazing ritual. I do like to, put down, my full moons. I don't typically do a ritual every month. For both the full and the dark, but this month I did. The dark moon was a repeat of the full moon. It was fantastic. I just had to do it again, And Mabon this year I had some friends in town, and so it was really nice to not be a presenter for our Mabon ritual, and just to bring some friends and be part of the crowd. That looks like it, but here's the trick. Flip it over. And here, I decided on stuff that I would reference more often than just going back and reading memories or whatever. I decided to put stuff like that. These are the God and Goddess pages for at the moment. There'll be other stuff in there later, but I like to, put something in there for the gods that I work with at different rituals. And so, we worked with Apollo and Demeter in that Lammas ritual. And then then of course there was Nyx, which is coming up on the next page there, for the eclipse ritual, and that was pretty awesome. So I just decided to give Nyx a page of her own, and I'll add a lot to that in the future. I'm probably going to do this every week, so I look forward to seeing you again.